Hello, my name is Birdcage. You guys know that I play this little game called Birdcage. So, starting this whole conversation out, what do you define as leadership? Now, if we look at Google's definition, it's pretty clear. It says, the action of leading a group of people or an organization. Now, I would say that's pretty wide open, and I honestly like that definition because of how wide open it is. However, I don't believe that's still what leadership is. So, we can look at a few other definitions that I've been kind of just laying out. Here's one. It's almost like a school book definition, but I still want to go over this for my main point. The capacity of a company's management to set and achieve challenging goals, take fast and decisive action when needed, outperform the competition, and inspire others to perform at the highest level they can. Now, why do I bring this forward? In this game that I play, it is heavy roleplay, right? Now, what bothers me is in this game, I do believe there is heavy levels of selfishness and bias that has been leading a lot of other players to pervert the idea of what the definition of leadership is. I'll tell you what I believe. The definition of leadership is to lead those with you to success. Now, what do I mean by that? Leading, let's look at the word itself. Now, that means you're going to lead someone towards something. That does not include you always. If you can lead them, that's great. My definition always holds that no matter what, you're going to at least get a clear vision for the people around you to get there first as well. There's been a whole lot of drama with this. I'm going to show off some clips here, okay? With these clips, I obviously have my own opinions that I'm going to be bringing forward to you guys because I'm going to be heavily biased here. But at the same time, the evidence I'm going to show is unbiased. It's strictly from the stream itself. So, with these two things come together, we're going to discuss this right here. One other thing I want to talk about is how there's also heavy bias within leadership themselves, and I don't think that's right. I think when you are in a position of power, no matter what, you're in there for your people. It doesn't matter what the people can do for you. If at the end of the day, you're trying to make strides and you fail your gamble so that your grunts, the people underneath you, they're the cost. They're the ones that have to pay the price for your mistake. That's not a leader, man. That's someone that I would say they consume, and they're going to keep consuming like the fat lard that they are until they can't no more. So here's a good example. I'm blurring this person's name out so that there's going to be no witch hunting. But as you can see, this is a leader in the game. Clearly behind closed doors, and I've actually said this on stream before that there's a lot of people in this game, in the community, that they'll act all nice to you and whatnot in your face. And then next moment they're gonna be like, oh, fuck that person, down with that person. And I find that to be wrong. Obviously I have my opinions about people that I do not agree with their opinions, but that doesn't mean I hate them. Great example is Char. Even though I didn't see eye to eye with them, I didn't like seeing them get kicked from the game. That's something I don't appreciate. Or even with Ender, when, even though they were clearly breaking rules and trying to just TK me, I didn't want them to get banned for the 2 week that they did. One of the main issues here was that the leadership was simply not there. The comms were difficult. So let's be transparent about comms. Maybe I should say this, maybe I shouldn't. I've been in a lot of positions where I've had to be outward, more forward, I guess go into a role of leading. I don't like that because a lot of people want to lead just so that they can be in the forefront, and that is not a good leader. I don't believe in that. If you need to jump in that forefront, you do it sometimes because you need to. But if you don't have to, then you don't have to. And you're going to find a lot of arrogant people like that. Within all of those things, there's one thing I want to bring forward, and that is, it's kind of obvious, but a clear vision when you're doing callouts. Again, I don't know the best callouts, but and even though I have worked, as a corrections officer, and I also have a lot of family that's been in the military, I've also learned quite a few callouts even from theater. Callouts at the end of the day are just that. They're callouts. You got to get used to actually making your vision clear. And whether it's actually defining what's going on in the situation quite bluntly, or you're using code words like 10-4, right? Those are what you're going to be using for callouts. Now, the issue with what happened here, I'm going to be showing you this as well throughout the clips as I'm editing this. The issue is a lot of what you see here, again, is based within the planning stage. When you say something, either you have a clear vision and you're sticking to it, decision, or you're still in the planning phase. A lot of what you're hearing in these comms, which is a problem, is they're like, okay, I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna go this way. You need to be very, very direct about what you're going to do. So, as you can hear in these comms, there's about maybe it sounds like, you can't even tell me people are talking. That's the problem. There's 10 plus people probably talking at once, all deciding about things that are going to benefit themselves, the smaller group, those that essentially have power. They're the ones that are going to be making decisions for the benefit of themselves in the situation.
You're leaving. You
can't leave on this time, buddy. You can't.
Is that going to lead the group towards success? Is that truly leading? No. That's using. That is being a hungry pig.
Time I got rage, bro. Like,
Ozzy, check your DMs.
I'm senile Ackerman.
Now in these comms that you can see here, I said something 3 times. I was able to thankfully get on these comms at first. I didn't want to at first because again, I see myself as just an NCO at the time. I'm currently in the game like a corporal, so I'm not like all the way up there, but I'm in the middle. My belief was that I'm going to be this area, right? And I'm going to ask to maybe say something. So I say this 2 times. I'm like, hello, can I speak? You cannot even hear me of how much these people are talking over me. Second time I said it again, the same tone. I'm like, please, can I speak? Completely cut off. I realize in my mind, I'm not going to be listened to. And the people that are on this stage right now are only going to care about their own vision, their own goals. Clearly, there's people dying and there's people that are just being wiped out immediately. And their first thought is, we got to get out of here. And by we, they mean them. The majority of the player base, and the only reason I have a high hunch about this is because I actually even DM'd the lore team member that was in charge of this, and essentially, spawns aren't limited. I'm going to show all the screenshots here, but what that essentially means is that based on your lore conditions, right? For example, if you're doing well, there's probably going to be a point where the Titans stop earlier because you all are doing well, you're handling it, so clearly, you could probably handle more of the game. Versus if the PD goes worse, okay, well, all hell's coming loose. We're going to continue hell coming loose until the PD ends. Makes sense, because it's based on more of a roleplay aspect. That's literally what the game, one of the main factors of Birdcage is. Now, keeping this in mind, when you have everyone splitting up, right? A lot of Hicomm as well, especially a lot of high hitters that are going off on their own. Bing, 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 bong, right? And they're going away from the FOB, because that's what our goal was. Our goal was to actually set up an FOB. Outside of the walls. You're going to make it harder for everyone, especially if you need help. And guess what? At certain points, they needed help. So that's why we started splitting up. And one thing I yelled, because this is the 3rd time, we didn't have time. I was in a tree, multiple people in a tree. You're hearing screaming, ah! You know, fucking people dying left and right. We don't have fucking time.
Why you making me, nigga? Stop! You're fucking weird.
Yo,
he probably didn't mean that.
gang group, let's shoot at one purple, bro. It's no different.
We're gonna get picked off if we keep doing this. We need to stick together. There's FOBs where we stand. We clear them out, we get together again, then we go. But if we keep leaving like this, we're gonna die. Get to the FOB, get together, and then once we call their numbers, we can go.
Shut up.
This is not
Shut up, bro. Ozzy, I just shot a purple on my location, or Cass, or whoever.
Behind.
I would like to say this too. Based on that clip as well, sure, I was yelling, but I wanted to get people's attention, which it did. I was very concise in what I said, and I do believe that was the right choice of what to do, because I was ignored the other 2 times. The problem that was still persisting, as you could tell, was not only was I met with large discourse and obviously insult, but when I was yelling and giving instruction, it was what I thought we should have done, and I do think it was a smart idea. When there was an insult towards someone, as you heard earlier in that other clip, no one said anything towards that, which I think is pathetic and wrong. I heard G-Cool say it wasn't personal, but at the same time, that's not okay. And I find the fact that that wasn't dealt with to be also a miscalculation on Hicomm's part. So, I yell, everyone, we need to get to the FOB right now. Everyone could hear it. Sometimes you need to do that. I did the same thing when I was in jail. You're not going to be listening to a bunch of people talking sometimes with reason after the first few attempts when you have someone's face being in, right? You're going to yell, get the fuck off them. Same thing here. Well, the problem was in this, and you can hear them too, multiple people told me to shut the fuck up. A lot of people then started berating me, saying very harsh comments, clearly defaming me in that moment. That's what happened right there. And it was pretty nasty, especially since that was what they all focused on. The good news is, obviously, clearly enough people heard it. Do I regret it? No. I think afterwards, as you could tell, a lot of people just started leaving the encampment, which... Did these send reinforcements after? That's a big thing. Yes. Do I think they still abandoned our group? Yes. The problem with this is... There's obviously a bunch of Titans here right now. By the time they come back, there's probably going to be more scattered Titans. You might save a few. But the majority of the players that were there in that one area are going to die. And that's exactly what happened. And the reason they did is because people fell off the plan, especially people that have power, and they abused that power, and they left, and they saved their own skins, and came back when they felt like they could. Another thing I'd like to bring up is, people said there weren't a lot of people that died. From looking at the stream itself, I know that at least a dozen people died. People said that there weren't many because of wipe logs, but first off, I know people don't always do wipe logs. I personally have not done wipe logs in a long time, so like, I know people don't do that. A lot of times we'll just start a new character. And two, we don't have a logbook, so we don't know exactly for certain. But from what I saw on the stream, it was a fucking lot. There's only a few people that actually did come back that did a great job. I think it was Kaz and Ozzy. Those are the two that really did save people. And thank God, good for them. But if it wasn't for those two, I really don't think anyone would have been saved. They said they were coming back for help, and I don't know, except for, again, a few individuals, we didn't see a whole group coming back for help. Which is pathetic and sad. Now, you might be thinking, well, that's it, right? Let's keep going into leadership. One thing I enjoy is consistency. There's a time to be more lenient on things, a time to not be. My belief is always that if there's fuck-ups, I fuck up all the time too. I'm human. I'm going to treat myself the same way I would treat someone else. That's the way I think everyone should. If it's really, really bad, and I won't forgive myself, then hey, maybe I'm going to give them a bigger slap on the wrist, huh? But either way, I do think grace is the way to move forward. And then you try to fix your mistakes. The problem here with a lot of the Hicomm and the leaders in this group is what they'll do is they'll be like, you did something wrong. You did something bad. Guess what? You're going to be exiled. You're going to be demerited. You're going to fuck you, you know? A little shit stain in my shoe. But at the same time, when they do something bad themselves, they're like, oh, well, it's whatever. I'm sorry. Why is it that when you put someone to such a high standard, you expect to be respected all around, but whenever you're brought down the same peg, when you're berated in the same way, it's like, how dare you look at me like that? No. It's, how dare you treat another human being like that? To me, in this game, and then just in real life as well, I think everyone has value. No matter what. Sure, other people have other potentials, but the way I see it, other people might see it this way, but I don't believe potential is something that you can only see at the moment. I think it is something that is unlimited, and it is almost impossible to see the potential until it is to its utmost level, which it is arrogant to believe you can always know. I don't always know. And I believe in that. That's why, again, I said it. When it comes to loyalty, I'd rather take two of the most loyal people, maybe not progressed players, versus the most progressed player of all time. And they're not loyal. Because loyalty means a hell of a lot more than someone that has everything, and yet, at heart, is a nobody. So, I have a few more clips to show. A few more things that I think are of utmost importance. Pre-planning for this, right? The pre-planning was, first off, and I've actually argued with Zara and Hicomm about this as well, which is metagaming. They do not like people recording these PDs. Now, I want to make this clear. At first there's like no streaming, no nothing. I'm like, okay, whatever, fine. And then Diego, which is, I like him, I respect him, he's an SL. What he said essentially was, okay, fine, you can do it, but make sure you have a stream delay. I'm like, fuck, you know what, fine, but even though I disagree with the whole idea, which I could rant about this later if you guys would like another video, but even though I disagree with the whole idea about why you shouldn't be streaming these things, I don't think it helps much, but sure, I will comply because clearly I respect you the same way I would hope if I was in that position, you'd respect me. So, I put on the stream leg. I put it on for 7 minutes to be safe, because obviously I respect them. Now, again, let me mind you, this all is on the table. You had, I'm not going to say his name, another streamer, which was a bit smaller, and then you had G-Cool. G-Cool was streaming this whole thing, no stream delay whatsoever. No one batted an eye, no one yelled at him, no one said nothing. And it bothers me because I'm the one that's always been talked to and DM'd. And clearly there's bias towards me when it comes to that. I think that's very wrong. Especially since the idea of metagaming, and again, I'll just go over this very quickly. The idea about metagaming is that there's an outside factor that you put into the game itself. And let me mind you, metagaming in this game is bannable. So you're able to affect the game with an outside source. The reason why this is bad is it is very hypocritical to then say, but you are allowed to tell someone you cannot stream or else I'm going to have permission to demerit you or get you in trouble in-game. That's wrong. Why? Because that's the same reasoning as to why people can't metagame. Sure, metagaming I would say arguably is still worse, but I find it very wrong to say that if you do X, Y, or Z outside the game, For example, my name's Joshua. If Joshua does X, Y, or Z outside the game, then that's going to affect Vane Chorus, my character. That's wrong. Because clearly that's an outside force thing the in-game source. Wrong, doesn't make sense. If that makes sense, sorry, metagaming makes sense. My answer towards that? First off, don't be a fucking pussy. And second, we need to crack down on metagaming then. The answer isn't to punish the people that are doing their jobs right. It's to punish the people that aren't. Simple as that.
I'm fucking one purple from the group. I find one purple with the group moving. There is the purple.
Valentine, how long for scouts?
Oh shit!
We were about to start the PD. The biggest point I'm actually going to say right now is always, and I say this as a leader as well, always prepare for the worst so you can expect the best. The reason why it's such a big thing is because you never know what's going to happen. You never know. If you did, you'd probably be able to do it by yourself solo because of how smart you are. But most of the time, people don't know everything. You have an idea. Might be a close idea, but you don't know everything. Especially with something with this many players going on, no. So, we hardly, when we started, what happened was everyone's just jumping around, everyone's going around. We barely have enough gas to go to the location that we're going to. And, let me remind you, we needed a set amount of gas on these carts that we had. These carts, if we did not have the set amount of gas, we wouldn't be able to make the FOB. Essentially, the reason we'd be going would be for nothing. So, we had that, and then the rest of us, obviously, we had our own supplies on our back, maybe some gas packs. The moment that PD started, there was no discussing it, no pre-planning, it was just go, 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 go.
Refill off the blade cart. Do not refill off the gas cart. Make sure that you do not refill off the gas cart. I don't care if it's an accident. At best, you're just gonna get insta-exiled.
Before we go, people would like mine or 10 or help about. And second, again, if you're in the stage like the don't know the English, please take it if you are not leaving, but only talk about.
That's a problem. That's a big problem. Because the first thing that I myself included was not everyone has gas or blades. Before you go into something like this, wouldn't you think that because you're in the wall somewhere quote-unquote safe, you would want to actually be full on everything? So immediately I saw people going on grabbing gas from gas packs, grabbing blades. I mean, it was bad. Already we're at a deficit. Or not, we're not at our peak. And that's not smart. I don't know a single person that I could tell that to and say, yeah, that's smart. The only way I can think about it is if we're in an emergency, and we're not. That could have been held off a day, days. So, there was no reason for it. Pathetic. Especially since not even Hicomm has even spoken about it. That's how you know it's that pathetic when they're not even smart enough to even realize it's a problem. 2. Not everyone was in VC. The reason that's a problem is obviously you can't hear what's going on there. This leads back towards the beginning, where why are people not in VC? Because everything in life, for everyone, whether you like to admit it or not, you need incentive. You need a reason to want to do something to do it. When you have Hicomm just ranting about certain things, just fucking making jokes. Like, I remember the other fucking VC I was in, Hicomm was, one guy was like, oh, I gotta go, I just got done taking a piss. Why do I give a fuck about you taking a goddamn piss? Why do I give a fuck? You can tell me down in the comments, by the way. I don't give a shit. I think it's stupid as fuck. People don't feel like their Hicomm actually values them, nor do they think the conversation itself is valuable. That's a problem. So when you have this, clearly people are going to go in their own VCs, and I've done this as well, where they can probably survive better than those VCs. Based on my streams, based on everything I've done, when I'm in those VCs where I can actually like make plans and do things with different people, we survive. We actually do better. Because there's people that actually give a shit about what we're doing, and we all work together as a group. When Hicomm leads, their comms are shit, they don't give a fuck about the people underneath them. A lot of times it is also just personal banter. For example, half the time when they do need something, it's, oh, I'm lost, I need gas, my final proct. Instead of, we're going to do this. Let's all pre-plan this. We're staying, we're leaving, giving time amounts for each time they're doing such. It's not concise. That is a problem. 3. So, they're, again, G-Cool. I appreciate them, I like them. I have nothing against them. In this situation, in game, being unbiased, there's a big problem. And that big problem was, again, we couldn't lose any gas. If someone took gas off those gas carts, we can't go. We can't set up the FOB. And I believe it was Sierra Lentz. I'm probably saying that wrong, but again, sorry. That individual, she said,
I don't care if it's an accident. At best, you're just gonna get insta-exiled.
Okay, that's a big fucking deal. Don't fucking grab off the gas carts. Now, let me remind you, as a leader, when you say these things, you better back it the fuck up. And she sounded pretty serious. So she made that claim, nobody touched him. G-Cool, a very prominent streamer, goes up and immediately grabs it before we even go into the next map from Shig. That's a problem. Already, we're like, oh my god, Camp's going to make sure we can't do this anymore. Our mission's done. Everyone started laughing, though, in Hicomm VC. They're like, oh, it's just G-Cool. It's just G-Cool. It's whatever. What bothers me is two things. One, there's a big thing of bias. Why is it right for someone that obviously has you know, more power, more popularity? And I'm not even sure what his rank is, but I'm pretty sure he's not a Hicomm. Why is it okay for him when I know for a fact if it was another player, they would have been thrown down, scrutinized, their reputation probably horrible, probably getting nasty DMs. That's not okay. That's wrong, both towards G-Cool and that Lince girl. That's wrong. Either, and like I said towards the beginning of the video as well, two things. Either you stick it down, you say, yeah, that's what we're doing, and you apply the same rules to yourself, or you're graceful. Obviously, I prefer the latter because people fuck up. But when you throw in bias, you look like a hypocrite, because that's what the fuck you are. You're a goon, and it's not funny looking like a damn goon. Now, moving on to the next point, and this is another thing. So remember what I said about comms in this video. Now, with comms, G-Cool then, at that next moment, jumped right into the comms at that moment. Meaning the entire time he was not in those comms. This is both a problem on Hicomm and G-Cool.
Dog.
Nice, bro. Someone just refilled fucking Simon Algic. It's G-Cool! G-Cool!
Bro.
Kill him.
G-Cool!
Yeah, no, don't treat him differently.
Kill him is
No, he's
Shot.
Don't
He's
treat him
not
differently.
Ackerman, bro, but
a strong human, whatever.
Bro.
I mean, don't kill him, bro. Just tell him to chill.
I mean, we just lost a
It's too
Bob.
late now, bro.
It's too late.
Where's
It's
the
literally too
consistency,
late.
bro? I heard.
So, okay, I'll let this one slide.
Alright.
That's our freebie. That's our freebie. So nothing else.
I would like to formally apologize.
Oh my
Thank you,
god.
agents of gas.
Why? Because clearly we would not have been able to go on this mission if Camp Pop was not nice. I love Camp Pop. Actually, they're my favorite lore team for SL. Everyone that says otherwise, I'm sorry, go fuck yourself. I love Camp. Camp does a great job. Wonderful job, actually. They were lenient and let us keep going, even though G-Cool messed up the literal count we needed. So he was at fault for not actually even knowing the plan. The other one, though, is Hicomm, again, for making it so that people feel like they're not valued, or it's not even valuable to be in these VCs. When you're doing something, it's like, okay, we're going here, we're doing this. Concise, exact, let's fucking go. Simple. Good. We don't have that all the time. As I said, do I even have the clip? I really want to show the clip where that guy says, I gotta take a piss. Like, that is not fucking something you should say in a Hicomm VC. It is so stupid. And again, it makes you look like a goon. The last point I'm going to make on this, at least until I go over the overall and the big conclusion for me, because this is the clip that made me think about this, is looking at this, people were gas guzzling. And the funny thing was, you would think, oh, well, Camp Pop gave us an out. Of course nobody else is going to take more gas. Someone did.
AIDS. Fuck you, Tyrus.
Yo, someone just refilled. Are you, bro?
No shot. On which cart?
Where?
How did you fucking refill the car?
No.
On
this one. Okay. Oh my god, Larcade.
Just keep on going forward.
Yeah, no. Why did he Did
Not
no
like
one
we
tell
can do anything about
Larcade?
that.
Did he show up late?
I guess he just showed up.
This guy knows what the fuck.
Oh my god, dude.
Of course, it's Lacard. Is anyone going to say anything? No. Why? Because they have power. Now, again, the problem is, if that was anyone else that just took gas off the cart, that'd be a problem. Sorry, you're going to get in trouble. But because it was them, nothing. And quite literally, that did cost us an FOB at that point. So we got fucked. Now, I saw other people gas guzzling. A lot of them, again, of higher notoriety, but I also did see a few grunts. Swayze's gonna waste gas, bro.
I'm not gonna see it. I don't have watchful shit. I only have 2,500 studs.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm fine on gas right now. So.
Want a purple anyway?
Yeah.
But not in comparison. And I know for a fact in SG, if you gas guzzle on a big mission like that, you're getting demerited. Especially when, in this literal stance, we did need gas. And obviously, as I can show you in the clips here, we were dying because we didn't have enough gas. The only reason we even lasted as long, I would claim, is because of the fact that we had some people there very good at engaging, which is good, and we had Valentine, and he was able to actually give us some more gas because of his spec. That's the only reasons we even stay as long as we did. The leadership was so bad, and I would argue if there was good leadership in that, no one could have a spec, and we would do 10 times better if good leadership was involved, and we were specless. I put my life on it. There's gonna be a lot of people that are like, hey, how you doing, what's up, and then the next moment they're gonna be like, fuck this guy, go fuck yourself. I've dealt with that a lot. I've even dealt with, obviously, people saying the R word, not the one you're thinking, but a much worse one, and KMSing me. You have bad things in this community. But again, the thing is, you gotta move past that, and you gotta be better. Because even if you stand alone doing better, so be it. It's better than letting your own soul, and honestly, your own reputation for who you are, be thrown down in the longevity of who you are. And the truth of everything. This clip right here. It is actually from Season 2, more or less the finale of Attack on Titan. I think it's very fitting I actually show a real clip from AOT because this is an AOT game. I think it's very understandable why you would want to actually see something like that.
Slipping through isn't gonna be easy. Advance! Commander Airman! I said advance, goddammit! Aaron's right in front of you! Do not falter!
The reason why this is my favorite is because clearly they're going out to save Eren, and this is perfect leading, essentially. At this moment, the direction's already clear. We're going where we're going. We need to do this. There's a lot of other comms, like, which I would say the other comms are the other people saying, this is what we should do, what's going on, oh my gosh. And Captain Erwin gets fucking grabbed, right? Or not grabbed, but he gets bit, essentially, from his right arm. Bam! Right arm gets taken away. Everyone's like, oh my fucking gosh. Shit hit the fan. Like he did in this, for our scenario, right? Shit hit the fan. What do we do? Oh my gosh. A lot of them wondering if they should go back. A lot of them were wondering if we should split up. Obviously, there was a lot that was going around that was uncontrolled. Very random. Was not exact. And even though a lot of people commend Jekyll for the way he was talking, which I do think he spoke calmly, the problem with how Jekyll was it was still too much. It was not direct. Even though it sounded calm and there was parts to it, that was just it was parts. That's why you still didn't have the majority of the group getting together. After, in this clip, you'll see Erwin say what? Advance, god damn it. It's simple as that. He told everyone essentially to go after Eren, and I believe he actually says it in this clip as well. Go after Eren. And that drew everyone towards the one direction. He didn't have to say anything more, anything less, because it was exact. People knew what they'd have to sacrifice, but it was an order, and they got to it. And what did they fucking do? Oh wait, it wasn't them. Because still, even Erwin, even though he could have fucking ran, even though he could have done a lot of things, turned his ass, got all the way to Eren first before all of them, and saved him. Imagine if we turned them around, and, okay, well, he says this, lets out a big old, oh my god, what's going on? And then he just, everyone's like, oh, well, he told us to go, but, this doesn't really make sense. Let's fucking leave. The objective wouldn't make sense. People essentially being selfish for their own desires and probably still be dying because they're in Titan territory. And that's that. That's why it's so important to actually have clear, concise comms like that. You need that. Because if not, you're going to have this. The reason I actually make this video isn't because of all the drama just based around me. The problem is because the fact that it's happened twice, and I'm tired of, honestly, the brain rot and the brain, frankly, washing that there is within a lot of the grunts in this game. A lot of them are like, oh, well, you Blue, you don't get it, when they only saw that one clip. Oh, Blue, well, it's okay. When they don't understand what even good comms are. Or frankly, don't even remember what it means to fucking stick to it. And maybe it's just because I say things differently. Perhaps. But I do believe there is a right way to do this shit. And the way that all was, it's not right. So, this was my small group. The first time we got abandoned. Because again, this happened for a second time now that people just got abandoned, and I don't think it's just because by chance or just because things went bad. I think it's because we have terrible leadership. I got abandoned here, so did a lot of other people. A lot of people fucking died. The reason I was able to make it out, let me remind you, in history, at least in this game, from MIA, we went all the way on horse from Southern Wilderness 4 all the way back to Eldia. That's the farthest anyone, at least from an MIA situation, has come back alive. On their own, through all maps. People have come back from that with help, or getting TP'd, but straight up going from those maps, that's never happened before. That is literally, essentially, Birdcage history. Now again, why is this important? I was with 3 people, and I made sure we all got out alive, and we did. I don't think that's just by chance. That's not just by luck. If you're there for the stream, you can even see that, like, we killed multiple Titans along the way. We had to play it smart as well. You can't just gas guzzle because you're just going to kill them because you're better. There has to be some there has to be some planning. You have to set yourself up for success, and even if you don't succeed, set the success up in the general direction for those that are with you. You have to, obviously, know some leadership. In this clip, you can see this is where we first spawned in, essentially. We made it all the way to Southern Wilderness 2. We're still MIA. I'm with my group of 3. We had a choice. We could have went forward, which that was actually what some of the one of the people there were saying. They're like, we can just go into this thing of Titans and just try and, you know, make it kill them. Another one said we should make a mad dash for it, and maybe find an opening. But my thought process was, okay, what's going to lead us to the most chance of success? Not in particular me, but us. The answer was obviously maybe finding the third way, and that's what I did. So instead of going forward, I thought, what if I go backwards? And as you can see in this clip, I went backwards, I went to the left, and I found a small opening. I used in lore, because again, this is a roleplay game, the fog to my advantage, and we made it all the way past into the tree line, and that's how we got with that first situation. Again, that's leadership. We debated, we got through the thinking phase, right? We're like, what should we do? We all thought about, we spoke about what we should do, like openly, truthfully, being intellectually honest with each other. Then we came to a small decision where it's like, okay, here's what we're going to do. And then we stuck to it. We're like, we're going to now concrete ourselves all in working in unison towards this goal. And that's how we succeeded. Bro, what the fuck?
Bro, I went up the tree, and the Titans just kept jumping up and grabbing somebody and falling down and just eating them.
That's horrible. I'm sorry. I'm like, seriously, I'm not even lying when I'm fucking genuinely deeply sorry that I wasn't able to stay on that fucking tree, you guys. Like,
yo, after I said that, I got surpassing limits, so it wasn't all.
I saw that you say that. I saw you say that, but
yeah,
like,
bro.
well, the thing, it's like, I don't know. I think that was. What do you think about this? What do you think about the way this was handled?
I think it was pretty bad. The comms were crazy, bro. They were with another group, and they weren't, like, they were telling everybody not with them to stop firing purples so that, like, they could save the better, quote-unquote, people.
Exactly.
But I feel like everyone should have had their own chance to be saved. It shouldn't have just been, yo, let's find the highest ranking.
Yes, yes, you worded it better than I fucking did. That is, yes. That is exactly it, dude. That is exactly it.
I barely lived. I went, like, 3 trees away, fired a purple, and casual winds came and saved me. Bro, there was a guy in the opposite, like, end of the tree, and he didn't get saved, bro. I feel bad. I don't even know where they were, bro. They just, like, up and left, like, 5 of us on that branch, bro.
Dude, I'm not...
Because, like, I think in total, it's hard to handle, like, obviously everyone should be able to talk, but at the same time, too many people talking ruins the comms. They have to find, like, a workaround for that, because if you have 200 people or 100 people or 80 people on an expo, and, like, 20 people that are high up are talking while, like, 30 people are lost, you shouldn't have them all, like, holding off so that you guys can escape and then go out for them later. When
exactly. Yeah, no, because there was just... The problem to me was there was clear bias. There was clear bias about our lives mean more than yours, and we're going to save our lives first, and if we can get you, good for you. That's literally what it was. And I fucking hate that, dude. I'm sorry, but I hate that.
Bro, like, everyone there died, bro. It was, like, they're trying to initiate a leave while, like, everyone was just shooting purples, and then everyone on stage is like, stop shooting purples, I can't see it. And we're like, bro, The bottom of our tree is just a sea of animal titans. They were literally just popping up, grabbing people like a piece of popcorn and jumping down, bro. I wonder how many people died. Yeah. I think personally they should have just like wait a little bit. Everyone should have been at the FOB no matter what, and then they should have had the stronger people with like the crazy decks looking for people that were lost along the way. So and then when everyone was back, then we all left as a group instead of like, because now they're like sitting there for another hour just gathering stragglers while like the rest are dead.
Yeah.
Nah, you gotta start the Scouting Legion reform, dude. Bro, like, I remember I looked away for 2 seconds and I come back as soon as the Animal Titans, as soon as like the fog came in, we saw like the first group of Animal Titans. Everyone split up, and that's when it all started.
Fucking bullshit.
Bro, I was trying to save the people that got grabbed, bro, but as they were falling, I couldn't keep up with the hand, like, so I couldn't cut them out. And it was a moose, so I don't even know if I would have.
And it bothers me so much that I was hearing fucking people laughing in VC about certain things when people are just fucking dying.
The only people laughing are like the maxed out people who know are gonna live. Bro, it would have been so nice if they actually started like they had a cross branch thing going where they were gonna come save us, and then they stopped it. Did you see that?
Yeah.
That was crazy. There was like 100 people willing to come and save everyone, bro. They stopped it.
Okay, Ozzy and Kaz are the two I'm fucking kind of sticking to. Maybe Zeke. Zeke's also pretty dope when it comes to that shit.
Casual was good. Casual was saving people.
I've heard about, yeah, I definitely, well, I believe those two definitely went out. I believe those two fucking saved people.
I was saved.
Here's the issue though, the fog was, exactly, what this guy said, yeah, the fog was so dense that nobody could follow orders without getting lost. Amen! Amen! Sorry, I'm so
for stuff like that, bro, they have to give out compasses and have a direct direction, bro, because they were saying, like, go this way, but, like, everybody there didn't know which way that was. Nobody could see anything. What's funny?
What's up?
Is the person giving the most comms was a private, first class, I think.
My god, are you
It's, Anastasia something in research. That was the person that was, just saying, like, I'm gonna shoot one purple flare, nobody else shoot them. That's the person.
I leave you with this, and this is why I'm kind of ranting about this now. I tire, and I'm sickened by the way that people think leadership or power is in this game. I've made a lot of narrations in this game, and I'm going to say these two now just because even though it's cringe, I do believe them. The first is, why do only the strong survive? Again, to me, that comes back down to, I think it is idiotic that the strong are just strong because they're strong. No, that's not it. Everyone has their own use. Everyone has their own time to fucking shine. And the reason is because they haven't reached their utmost potential. And a true leader is the one that's able to get that out of them. And if anyone thinks otherwise, or there's some people that are a lost cause, they don't really know what it means to truly lead a group of people. I think even from the worst of the worst, there is a small chance you can make greatness from that. Truly. That's why I say what I said. Because I will always put my faith in the one that truly does want to fight forward, even if they're weak. And the second one that people have jumped onto is, I rebuke my destiny. What does that mean? It's pretty obvious, basically. I do not accept what reality or the most nihilistic cause, the most realistic future is. If your future is you're going to fail, are you just going to sit there and accept it? Some might say yes. I know honestly a lot would say yes. But that's not what I do. And it's because of that mindset I've been able to throw myself out of the hellish situations that I have. And I believe in that. In and outside of game, frankly. You need to know that. You need to be able to push yourself beyond yourself in order to do that. So, I know there's been a lot here, a lot of rambling. Hopefully the editing helps this all come together. But my goal for this game, frankly, is to get into a position where I know I can lead people. And frankly, even though I have proved it technically now, I want to make it so apparent that even those that despise me have nothing to say because of how obvious it is that this is what true leadership is. I don't want to lead because I'm the best leader. I want to lead because I don't believe there's anyone else that's fit for the job right now. And I do say that with arrogance. Full arrogance. Because I'm tired of the people that keep wanting to make gambles, and then when they fail, their people are the collateral. That's fucked up. That's bullshit, and that's pathetic. Alright, so, again, there's a lot of screenshots here, a lot of people. Do not attack anyone. You don't have time to go on stoop to a fucking level. You don't. Weak people are weak people. At the end of the day, all you can do is be a stronger person, be better, and move on from there. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Love you guys. As always, smile. Keep it up. Now let's fight for a future so bright. My name is Bloody signing out. I'll see you guys next video. Bye, guys. Whoop!